everyone, welcome to my channel, MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. I'm MaryAnne. Welcome to your Sun Sign Love Connection readings for today. Well, listen, I want to say to those that are new and coming back, welcome. I appreciate you so very, very much. I love being here with you and love that you would be here with me and take the time to tune in. But I do want to say this is take two of the video. It's not uncommon for me. It is a bit early for it to be the shadow period of the up and coming Mercury retrograde happening in Aquarius on January 30th. But I'm very sensitive to that, so it definitely affects our technology, our communication. Things get a little mixed up, you know. We want to really, it's a time to kind of relax and kind of reset, review, not necessarily jump into something new if possible or sign contracts and those sort of things. But my point is that I thought I made a really beautiful video, and I'm keeping the same cards. It's honestly almost fresh off the press. I simply had to go out and do a little errand to redo this. Got a little caught in the rain, which I'm excited about because I love the rain. But what's interesting to me that I want to really, explain to you is that for those that are new, I do a little structured kind of setup for my videos. I pick a sun sign, a featured sun sign every day. And I do that by going around my astrology wheel. And therefore, if you know your sun sign and you know the sun signs next to you and so forth, you can certainly look it up, or even your own natal chart for free, which is so, I always recommend people do that. There's so much knowledge in there you can learn about yourself. But anyway, you get an idea that way. So I keep a streamlined kind of schedule with the featured sun sign. But then Spirit has me pick a highlighted connection for the day, and today is your first Monday in 2021, January 4th, 2021. Still getting used to saying it. And so what I picked for you was Taurus, and I thought, wait a minute. Taurus just had 2 days ago, the featured sign of Taurus had Cancer as a highlighted. So I thought, I don't know if I should do that. Let me try again. Landed on Taurus again. So I thought, okay. Once again, I don't like to fight City Hall. I don't like to fight Spirit. Spirit has a reason for everything. I'm the conduit to give you the messages, and they are beautiful. So you had to see this, and I look forward to sharing it with you, because the other thing I mentioned to other people that are new is sometimes, I do beginning of the month readings, right? And then I'll do mid-months, and then at the end of the month I do bonus readings because there's extra days after I've gone around the astrology wheel a couple times. But I like to say to actually come back for sure to see if the temperature, the energies are similar to the beginning of the month readings. A lot of times they're not at all. Sometimes they're very, very similar, and then, new information comes in. So what I do is, of course, I pull 3 major category messages for the highlighted connection, which once again today is Taurus, Cancer being the featured, and Taurus is the highlighted. And then I pick 3 different oracle messages at the end for all the connections having to do with Cancer, so that everybody gets a little piece of the pie. And yeah, I remembered very clearly, as I mentioned in my first video, that Taurus and Cancer's reading was beautiful. And let me tell you, it's equally as beautiful, if not more beautiful. So I do want to explain a little bit about the sun signs of Taurus and Cancer, or Cancer and Taurus, however you want to say it, and why I feel that they're so beautiful for each other, and as different as they are in many ways, how they are just so complementary. I've seen this combination over the decades as an intuitive tarot reader of over 30 years, a definite astrology enthusiast, I would say, because I've always studied the compatibility between the astrology signs, and it's incredible how accurate it really is, and the reasons behind it. But I'm still learning more every day and taking more courses about astrology, because it's our guideline, it is our map, and what we choose to do with the information or the destiny there before us is really up to us. So anyway, getting forward, Cancer is an amazing water element. They are incredibly known for their depth of emotion, their sensitivity, their intuition, They are ruled by the moon, which is so clearly a part of all of us. We have our sun sign, our moon sign, our rising, and all the other planets in our natal chart. The moon is how we feel the deepest parts of us, you know, how we react to things, how we emotionally are affected by things. It allows us to go inward. Cancers are very, very intuitive, psychic, usually prone to be interested in spirituality or astrology, knowing there's definitely more going on that meets the eye in the mystical parts of life that we don't see but are ever present. They have such devotion and love for their family. They're the ones they consider to be family. They hold them extremely close. It's a priority for them. They will cater to them first and foremost. They are extremely creative and capable people who, you know, with the cardinal aspect are the initiators in life, you know. I mean, they can wear many hats, and they are very, very great when it comes to resources and the ways that they can save and maybe be a little shrewd, if you will, about how they handle their money so that they can be safe and secure and feel, you know, balanced in that regard. And they are, I don't know, they're very sentimental. You are the type of friends that will remember everything, and you'll walk in their home, and this is both genders, you know, there's no gender association with my readings, but, you know, they'll have just walls filled with pictures of memories and times that they shared with their loved ones, and, you know, their home is their castle. They are homebodies a lot of times. A lot of them can be very, very social. And also I want to say, because of this incredible affinity and connection with the moon as the ruling planet, they can be withdrawn at times. And people sometimes have said to me over the years, what's going on, MaryAnne? I love this Cancer dearly. I have not heard from this person. What did I do? And I say, have no fear. Cancers need to retreat. They need time alone. It's nothing personal. They simply have to regenerate and recalibrate their energies because they take on everyone's energies and they feel these things innately. I mean, this is constantly going on. They understand the tides and the currents and the changes of life, the cycles and the patterns that are inevitable, like in the phases of the moon, right? So, you know, also if they've been offended or they feel they're distrusting for some reason and they feel frightened because of the feeling that they feel with someone, and they usually are good at detecting that. You know, they have that gut intuition that's always with them. They will retreat, you know, and it may be hard to get through to them after that. So just give them time, especially when you are in a committed relationship. My love connection readings are for all types of love. So if you're a single woman or man watching, you are always a part of this, you know, self-love, love of your animals, your family, your job, your inspirations, your garden, you know, anything is equally important in these readings. So then we have the beautiful sign of Taurus. You know, I only read about Taurus 2 days ago, but I do want to say that I love this connection with the water and the earth. Those elements work extremely well together. They have their diversities that actually work and harmonize with each other. It's one of those situations which, you know, I find the earth and water signs together hugely. I mean, there's a huge percentage of relationships I've seen in that category. So it makes sense to me. However, you know, the Taurus is an earth element. So they are grounded. They are steadfast, particularly the Taurus, out of all the earth signs. I mean, they are the bull. They represent the, you know, archetype of a bull, which is stubborn at times, but definitely devoted, loyal to the end, hardworking, you know, reliable, predictable, just very down to earth, you know. They love nature. Taurus is ruled by Venus. So this makes Taurus as an earth sign different than the other two earth signs of Capricorn and Virgo, simply for the reason that Venus is the beautiful, loving Venetian planet that brings that intuition and that feminine quality to any Taurus, okay? Once again, regardless of your gender, because we each have, all of us have a balance of feminine and masculine in us. They are in touch with that side. They love all the senses. They love to smell, touch, feel, and they are very in tune with nature and the natural things of life, you know, how the rhythms work, as in a way does the Cancers. So in different ways, but similar. And they are devoted like none other to those that they love. They are the sign of money. I'm getting an itch in my left hand, which has always been representative of luck and money coming in. But yeah, it's not that it necessarily is from luck with the Taurus, because they work so darn hard. They understand the need of patience. They are, like I said, they will continue to work and toil. They plant seeds and they watch them grow over and over again. They love to be wealthy. They love to be healthy. They work at that. They love their gardens. They love fresh food and all the variables that I mentioned. And so a lot of Tauruses are extremely comfortable and living well. So this is a great thing for both of you, because with the desire to accommodate that Cancers have and the ability to bring in money as well, this is a wonderful wonderful pairing. And so yeah, I mean, I spoke about it 2 days ago if you want to check back on that. But I had said that I felt really good about how things were going with last year's evidence of not being able to be with the ones we love as much, not being able to necessarily communicate. Well, all of that's changing, trust me. Even if you've always been someone that is a little shy and didn't really know how to express yourself, the elements and the predominance of air elements happening now for the next 20 years and onward is huge. And that is exactly what it represents. Thoughts, expression, creativity, thinking, speaking, connecting, fairness, justice, just ideas, inventions, all these beautiful things coming through. But predominantly with air, it's about words and being able to speak and to grow and teach and to learn and to be taught, and in your relationships to be able to feel more comfortable and empowered with what you're feeling and how to say that to the person you love. So this is absolutely beautiful. But I do want to get on to the actual messages, because they're so incredibly loving and wonderful and optimistic, which is what I want to send and to share with people, especially now. And the first card is the overall energy that leads people to this reading and what's been happening to this point with this highlighted connection. And you got the Ace of Cups. So, I mean, how beautiful is that? The Ace, of course, being the beginning, the number one, and the power that it holds to start whatever you want to do, to create what you want to create. The cups are definitely emotion, as with the fact that that's what the element of water represents. That's how they live their life, through their emotions. Interestingly enough, the Cancer's body part, that is associated with them is the stomach or the breast in regard to, mothering and motherhood, and not just with their own children, but in general, how they want to just nurture those that they care about, as I mentioned. But the stomach is definitely our emotion center. So the sensitivity that is there with most and every Cancer I've ever known can be affected, and that's when they get the stomach aches or the distress, because, it affects them, life affects them. Love affects them in a deep way. But this Ace of Cups with the two of you is just, it's a gift. It is a divinely given gift. And my God, we know that after what we've experienced and the losses that did incur last year, this is the year to start repairing. I'm so grateful it's a new year. I am. And yet I know we're dealing with things that we need to deal with in order to get to the place we want to by the end of this year, right? And sooner the better. But it's about the healing, and the healing is a very natural process and capability and talent of cancers as well. So I feel like there's just healing going on, there's optimism with the two of you, there's potential that's unlimited. It's the beginning, it's just feeling this beautiful harmony together and making this happen. So I love seeing that, and it gets better. So the second category is always the category of possible blessings or obstacles. And you got the Ten of Pentacles. So I mean, once you really establish and trust and sit with your intuition and recognize and write out the intentions you have, particularly on this new moon on the 13th, oh my gosh, this is going to over exaggerate and amplify the abilities you have to create. But the Ten of Pentacles is the best. That's the love, that's the family, that's the wealth, that's the health, that's the joy. That's the stability and security that you both want and seek so much, but you both support each other in. And there you have it. So that ace has then become this 10. And that's how it works. And I was just so happy to see that. By the way, this is a new tarot deck, and I absolutely love it. And I have a few that I'm going to be bringing out, which always excites me. But this one is called the Many Queens Tarot. I was mispronouncing it before. The Many Queens Tarot. And really what it's inciting and what it's really emphasizing here is that the queens represent intuition and receptivity energy, which is exactly what you are, Cancer, and the strength we all have coming from those places. So whether female or male, just that divine, beautiful, feminine, intuitive, receptive energy we all have. So I love this a lot. Then we go on to the third category, which is always finances. And it is also, once again, the tangible, physical things we can touch, feel, and feel comfortable with, and so forth. And you got the Death card. So, I mean, it's just everything is moving in the direction. It's simpatico. It is absolutely congruent with what is necessary to achieve and to arrive at the places that we all want to get to. The Death, for a lot of people, you think, oh no, well, listen, yes. The death of what was, okay, we're in the 4th day of the new year, putting that back, setting that aside, it's done, it's over. Yes, the memories live on, but you're doing everything you can in your power to release it. And the things that you felt that were no longer certainly serving you, but that you even didn't have any control over. They were gone. You are now reestablishing yourself and building new, amazing possibilities and opportunities for yourself. So the Death is also representative of the sign of Scorpio. And Scorpio is known for transformation and regeneration and reinventing themselves. They're ruled by Pluto. That's exactly what's happening, in our life right now, but that's a whole different video. It's just very, very relative to what's happening in our world. And the reality is that death is the ending and the beginning, which is a natural and very important, common, continuous part of our lives. But I'm not speaking of death as in necessarily, although I'm sure that has happened to a lot of the Tauruses and Cancers I'm reading for, and my heart goes out to you. That has been the case for many, many people I'm reading for. But this is more just letting go of the perspectives and the different feelings that just weren't getting you anywhere when it comes to your money. So new jobs coming through, for example, new ideas, new artistic endeavors, new, partnerships in work and help in that regard. Never giving up and constantly starting over again. That is what life is. And that's what we do. And we did it. We made it through. We made it through a year that was one we'll never ever forget. I can't say that about every year. There's certainly ones that are highlighted in my life, but never to this effect. So yeah, something to really use as a stepping board to the bettering of ourselves in our lives. And that's what this indicates. So whatever was stopped, whatever has, had a little bit of a standstill, will be progressively growing and becoming new and better than you could have imagined with these beautiful 2 preceding cards. So I just had to let you know this. I didn't want to redo it. I couldn't do that. And I left the oracle messages too. The oracle messages, of course, are simply sent from love. They're incredibly wisdom filled. They are insightful, and they are just very, very encouraging to me. And I hope that you feel that way too when I read them to you. I picked these ahead of time because I already did the video, but I'm being honest, I'm kind of in shock because I didn't check, but you can if you want. I'm almost positive that this is what came up with the Taurus feature sign and Cancer, both the first 2. And I shake, and I should say, shuffle constantly. So take heed. These are very, very prevalent messages, but they're beautiful ones. And not only for the Taurus highlight connection, but all of your connections, Cancer. Because I know you have many, and I know people love you and they gravitate towards you because of your incredible ability to share that love, and that's very contagious. So I'm going to read to you what it says and what your main first card was, and this was from the Starseed Oracle deck that I'm absolutely in love with. I brought it out for the mid-month readings in December, and I'm keeping it because I'm still learning and pulling new ones. And it's by Rebecca Campbell, and the artwork is Danielle Noel. And I don't make any money, I'm just sharing it because it's such a wonderful deck if you're interested and you want to start a collection of your own. But the card that came up for you was, once again, the big picture thinking. Pleiadian energy, visionary, and inspired ideas. Look at this beautiful illustration. It's like this vortex of going in, the ace, the new beginning, the new year, the new acceptance, on many levels. It's so gorgeous. And I love what it says, so let me read to you. And it says, the big picture thinking. Oops, I think I just passed it. Yeah. The Pleiadians are our cosmic cousins. They're here to remind us that it's never too late to learn new things and change the future. You're being called to be visionary for the planet, to take a breath, shake off what you've been taught about the world, and hold a new vision for humanity. You're likely a natural big picture thinker, here to generate ideas for the future, here to birth a new age and dream a new world into being. The future will be woven by dream makers like you, by those with enough courage to question the way things have been and envision new possibilities for the planet. The world needs more artists, dreamers, inventors, and visionary thinkers. Perhaps you've had an idea recently that you've been called to usher in. If so, this card is your confirmation that it's divinely guided. So for those that this is reaching, do it, go for it. It's saying so in the messages. The Pleiadians support us in this important stage in Earth's development. They want us to know that the decisions we make today will affect the well-being of our planet and of its future. To hold a clear vision of what's possible, to trust the vision and follow it through with daily action, whatever that may be. To dream a new world into being, to hold your mind open and not to worry about what others think, for it takes great courage to pave a new path, to trust a vision before it's a reality. And I see that for both of you so clearly. And I know, the Taurus is known to not be very changeable. They're a fixed sign, right? They're set in their ways a lot of times. But they've got this beautiful energy and love coming from a Cancerian, which invokes in them also the ability to be like that. It's not that they don't have that ability. It's needed sometimes to be shown in other ways from other people and other circumstances. And then it just builds it up. And that's what you do. How are you being called to step up and lead? What new ideas or creation are you being called to pursue? Because whatever they are, go for it. You know that you have that intuition that is there for a reason. It comes through your dreams. It comes through your spiritual nature when you sit and you're still. And it's egging you on to just go for it. you know, and I'm 100% backing you up on that. I started this channel. I've done readings, like I said, for years, but this is a beautiful vehicle. I have not been able to work for months as a massage therapist. And, you know, I'm not giving up on that. But this is my passion. This is what I love doing. And if you know, I intend on making this my sole career in the not too distant future. So go for your dreams. Always go for them. The second beautiful oracle is the Psychic Tarot for the Heart by John Holland. Once again, I swear I picked this for the Taurus featured and all the connections with Taurus, and now this is for all the connections with Cancer. The card that was pulled for you is 8, which is a very, very abundant manifestational number in numerology. It's so prosperous. It is a beautiful, beautiful energy number for prosperity and abundance. And the word on it is control, though. So, you know, it's interesting. I always say to myself, I know I can control how I feel. I know I can control how I react. I know I can control who I love and the people in my life who I choose to be around or not. Many things last night we didn't, oh my gosh, 40 and slip. Many things last year we could not control. I was surprisingly not that upset about it. Maybe because I'm older and I've been through these cycles for a while, but also because I chose to take it in and be as peaceful as possible. Not that I was the whole time, by any means, but I work at it, and I know that's the control we can have. That is a gift we can have. The actual message, though, for you, from Spirit and these beautiful oracles, is, where to go? Here it is, control. The words master, or the key words, master, influence, accept, compassion, patience, and confidence. In order to flourish, relationship must be fluid and free rather than overly rigid and controlled by emotional neediness or insecurity. It's important to master your emotions so that they do not rule the relationship. A partnership based solely on emotion is out of balance and out of control. Now, see how this is so prevalent to a Cancer because of your emotion? You know, just being in control and knowing and understanding. A partnership based solely on emotion is out of balance and out of control. Self-control is the key here. Act from a combination of emotion and intellect, and your relationship will thrive and grow. Be sure that your influence is gentle and loving. This is not a time for domination. It goes on to say, this card asks you to accept another person's uniqueness and not to require that the person conform or mold to your choosing just to make you feel more comfortable. This card also serves as a reminder to come from compassion and understanding rather than anger or frustration, of course. Now is the time for patience, steadiness, and clear thinking. Interesting, right? So the highlighter was Taurus, and this came up for Taurus is featured with Cancer highlight. And yeah, I'm just seeing that as being a prevalent aspect of a personality of a Taurus at times. So just apply these qualities to your relationship with others and with yourself. With self-control comes confidence. Allow a situation to unfold and detach yourself from the outcome. Try not to control it. The end result of self-control and confidence is supreme peace. Take some time to examine how control in its many aspects is affecting your relationship. And the affirmation is, I control my emotion and embrace peace. Well, I know we all strive for that. Last year brought out emotions in me I couldn't even believe, and I was just at home with the kitten, you know. But anyway, it needed to. That's part of our transition. That's part of our acceptance and growth, right? We just keep growing and once again reinventing, and that's if we have that desire to be the best people we can be. Then you have the last category, which is one of my favorites, as you know, if you've come back, Super Attractor Manifestation card. That's about feeling the life you truly want, you know, having it be completely in alignment with spirit, with co-creation, and thinking of what you want. And I know it sounds so simple, but I still find myself at times saying, well, I definitely don't want to do, no, you want to say, this is exactly what I want. I want love. I want to fulfill my emotions. I want to fulfill my dreams. I want to fulfill my artistic and creative nature, and I'm going for it. End of story, right? And that's what comes to you. And your beautiful message, I hadn't pulled this in a long time, and it has these beautiful dragonflies, which is all about transformation. That's a definite symbol for that. My ability to receive is measured by how much I practice good feeling thoughts. So use this, take a picture. It's an affirmation. It is a mantra. Saying it over and over again will automatically change your energy. And we all have times when we just kind of get a little lost that way, but it's okay. Just start back up from where you were and just keep it moving. And so, yes, I love and appreciate, once again, you being here. I hope that you liked it. If you did, please do me the big favor of pushing the subscribe button, pushing the like button, pushing the notification bell so you know when I upload. It's every day, but you might want to know when your specific featured sign is. And I really appreciate it, because this is how I will continue to do more content. YouTube really appreciates it, and it's a simple but loving way to support me. So thank you for that, and take extremely good care of yourself. You matter, we all matter, and I thank you, and until next time, bye for now.